Again, today is Wednesday, and obviously a day to celebrate our female folks all over the world. This is us saying today's Women Crush Wednesday, and the idea of that is we get to celebrate them, post their pictures, and obviously just celebrate them. Meanwhile, also some other guys have decided to use this platform to also cheat on the girlfriend. The guys will catch you if you do that. My name is Daki, spelled DARKI, obviously you know it's double E, and really I'm so happy to be in your faces. Welcome to Gospel Life News, where we'll bring you updates concerning music, and that is across the country. Davido made the news this morning, and he purchased um, a piece worth about £500,000, and that is about half a billion naira. All of these conversations we'll be talking about them in bits. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. We'll begin our news today with no other person than OBO himself, Davido. We saw the point where he came out yesterday to tell us, to announce his fans that Timeless Peace being delivered tomorrow, right in time for the second phase of tour. Then he said he spent about £500,000 on it, and then he said God is good. Now for Davido, the fact is spending about £500,000 on a piece just shows that really this guy has some bucks in his pocket. Amazingly, he has money. Like, there are no better way to say you have money than declaring this. This is a way to say I'm rich. Like, I'm just rich. Put me in the same category. You want to put the Jay-Z, you want to put the Messi, you want to put the Ronaldo. Put me in that category, because what they can buy, I can buy it too. I am that wealthy to purchase anything. I saw where he also announced to us that, Ballers, are you ready? We'll bring some timeless vibes to you at the 50th PFA Awards in Manchester on the 29th of August. And then he's saying, let's have an unforgettable night. So Davido is set to perform at the PFA night, amazing one in Manchester. And we can't wait to see what Davido will perform to this. Obviously, he's set to do amazing stuff. Songs of the Timeless Project, back to a good time, better time. This guy is going to give us songs as way back as that. But the amazing thing is the fact that Davido is going to be in Manchester to give his fans an amazing moment. What a time. Moving on, we saw where he got the piece delivered to him, and the piece looked just like this. Davido is one person that I think all over his body have like pieces everywhere, from his rings to chains to from necks to his ankles, like to his hands, like he has everywhere all braced up with jewelries. And obviously these are not cheap jewelries, these are very, very expensive and jewelries, from his Richard Mille to his Rolex to his watches. Davido is spending a whole lot when it comes to jewelries, and amazingly, he just added one to the collection again, and this is the Timeless piece. I will sure know that he got the DMW piece, he got the Ifeanyi piece, and this time is the Timeless piece. And obviously, we are so happy for him. We saw where he announced that he turned sand to diamond and timeless, obviously, and he said this piece you see right here is worth about £500,000, and if you do your math correctly, that's about 500 million naira converted to naira. Now, pounds almost equal to a naira, even more than a naira. I mean, more than £1 is about 1,000 naira, and so if you're doing £500,000, that means you're talking about 500 million naira from no other person than Davido acquiring just a set of piece that equals, or that means, the timeless. And he's doing this for the second phase of the tour. So he's saying, I'm going for the second phase of the tour, and I want to get an emblem that will indicate that we are going to that second phase of the tour, and that emblem should be worth 500 million. Amazing, isn't it? But then, good one for him, and kudos to him for doing all of that for himself. If you work so hard, you have to spoil yourself at some point, because you deserve all of that. And moving on, we saw Davido Unavailable music video have just surpassed 48 million views on YouTube, and I'm seeing the OTT fans all over the world so happy, because 2 million away, we are getting the video fulfilled. I'm so sure that we are going to go stream like countless times to make sure that before the day runs out, we get to 50 million. I'm sure going to stream it. Are you going to stream it to make sure that before the day runs out, we get to 50 million? And obviously, let us wait and see if Davido will drop that video fulfilled. TJ Omori on the podcast came out to explain to us that the video fulfilled is the best video he has shot. And then he said, he said he watched the video every day, and then whenever I watch the video and he watch video coming up like lately, he's like, nah, it's not there yet. So he's giving us hope that that video is going to be an amazing body of work. And TG said he told the story, and obviously Davido also told his own stories. So obviously, these all are just building up anticipation so that we see what this guy has done on that project. At the same time, for the worldwide iTunes and song charts, Unavailable made it to number 150 as a new entry, as a repeat rather, and that's a massive one to Davido on that one. At the same time, for the US iTunes, Unavailable is at number 44, and that's another massive one, obviously Davido on that one. Moving on to we have Burna Boy as the next guy on the news. I was at the point where he had a party organized in Lagos and where he had his friends come through to party with him. And this time, Charlie Poppy was there, and Sheyi Vibes were in his apartment to make sure they had a fun-filled event. Recall, I told you guys yesterday that Charlie Poppy and Sheyi Vibes were recently at the O2 Digo in London, where they had where Sheyi Vibes had his show at the space. And obviously, fast forward to about 2 days, 3 days after they are back in the country. And obviously, it just shows the fact that these guys are doing the most presently. Charlie Poppy, revelation of the moment, but then doing so well for himself. Moving on, we saw at the time yesterday, Burna Boy, Yaba Local Boy's video have just surpassed 20 million views on YouTube, and that's an amazing one for Burna Boy. At the same time, we saw Burna Boy Taliban's 2 spent the third week on the Billboard Canadian Hot 100 at 74. And that's another amazing one. Burna Boy is just dominating on this spaces. Like I said, the Billboard category are presently being dominated by Afrobeat artists doing good numbers in the space, from the US Billboard to UK to Canada. These guys are dominating everywhere as we speak. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy Real Life featuring Stormzy have just surpassed 60 million streams on Spotify, and that's an amazing one coming from both artists who understand what they do and how they do it, but bringing out a masterpiece like Real Life, and that have just surpassed 60 million streams on Spotify. At the same time, Burna Boy African Giant album is now officially certified gold in Denmark after making sales of over 10,000 sales in Denmark, and obviously it became gold. For Denmark, is about 10,000 is gold, so just maybe 20k is a platinum, but obviously massive one to Burna Boy for acquiring gold in that space. Burna Boy also becomes the first African artist to have 2 certified albums in the country, African Giants and Twice Store. Amazing one for this guy for doing amazing one for himself. Burna Boy is that guy who is taking the gospel of his music and Afrobeats all over the world. Denmark has received theirs, which countries are next to receive their own? And moving on, we have Fireboy DML as the next guy on the news. We saw where at the time when he dropped the project, I shared at the time, amazing song, amazing song, and just so you know, that song just surpassed 20 million streams on Spotify, and at the same time, Playboy just surpassed again 50 million streams on Spotify. As a matter of fact, the YBNL boys are winning on all cylinders, because we are going next to another YBNL guy, talking about no other person than Olola de Asake. Asake is that guy, and I told you guys yesterday, he has about few seats left to sell out the O2 Arena. Just in now, Asake have just sold out the iconic O2 Arena, coming from a guy who is just daring life, trying to make life work for him. He just did that to go to the O2 space, and now Asake have sold out the O2 Arena, 20,000 capacity, all sold out to bring this to the show, and it just shows that Afrobeat is winning on all cylinders. Rema, I'm sure in no time, we're also going to get the Rema one. And just so you know, Asake have said it's going to be addressed from now as Mr. Sold Out, because obviously he did that. I'm sure he was surprised and he was so happy that he sold out. Yeah, I saw a video where he came out so happy with himself, feeling himself, and I'm sure he was so unreal to him, like, I just did a lot of this, and obviously, and that way of saying shout out to Olamide for making that young guy dream possible. Obviously, before we leave the news today, Silikio is still out there, and then our prayers are with him, and we pray that God grant him speedy recovery. We love you guys so much. Please and please do take care of yourself. We'll catch you guys on the very next one.